Colette, a self-taught photographer, was born in 1979. The 34-year-old artist later went on to study art and graphic design in Quebec, and then was first inspired to take genetic portraits after taking photos of his son and mashing them up with his. It wasn't until a couple days later that he asked his brother if he could do the same thing. And that's the picture you see here. You'll notice that a lot of the features on these two people look very similar, making them look as though they are one person. But the closer you look, you'll notice that there's slight change or difference in the nose, and there is a big difference in the eye color. And that's what he was trying to show, that, you know, a lot of the times we think that we don't look anything like a family member, but if you look closely, you're able to find those differences and those similarities. Colette wants to be able to make a book, but he wants to first capture 100 shots of different people within the same family. And with that, he'll be able to achieve his goals. But you can see what I'm talking about here, and just looking at this photo, it's very graceful, very gorgeous. I mean, he just really captures what he's been trying to tell us, and I think that's pretty amazing.
Seb Janik started out as a young freelance graphic designer without specific aspirations to be an artist, who wanted above all to give free rein to his curiosity and experiment with the piece of equipment in which he discovered by chance, which opened up the possibility of creating stunning images. In 1987, images could be created and digitally enhanced using Quantel Paintbox. Seb Janik was one of the first people to extend its use beyond TV and film applications, for which it was originally designed in order to produce photographic images for exhibition. In these photographs, scenes of unbridled fantasy were reconstructed with an unpreceded degree of realism. This marked the dawn of new photographic aesthetic. A variety of different shots taken all over the world could be assembled digitally into a large format image, conjuring up a sci-fi world suffused with staggering transparency of photography. This new style of image would become the staple fare for the next 2 decades. Janik has directed several music videos, which feature songs by musicians such as Janet Jackson and Daft Punk. Working with Daft Punk stirred the idea for the series presented on the screen called Portraits, involving model Naomi Campbell. Working with Daft Punk brought a new dimension to Janik's work. You can see the different shades of shadowing on the model's skin, almost seeming futuristic in a sense. Creator of digital matte painting, this hyperrealist can inlay several photographs in one to obtain homogeneous images, striking of realism. He says, and quotes in an interview with Huffington Post, "I just follow my instinct and the power of present time." Janik rarely photographs models due to the emotion that's brought by their facial expressions. However, as you can see, the model appears to be serious in her pose, adding an element of intensity to the photo. Photoshop plays a major part of the glossy skin, of course.
Looking at lighted darkness, there is much grace in a simple photo. Janik was able to capture features you wouldn't normally see in regular photos, such as the cheekbones, the forehead, the nose is very prominent, and the collarbone. He was also able to capture the model's eyes, giving the photo real contrast against her dark skin and the white background. And the model, you know, she seems very focused, very strong, and very at peace. And all around, it is a gorgeous photo.